Is Stillpiercer a viable sniper rifle in Destiny? Well, I guess we're going to talk about it today, man. We're going to go over the pros and cons of this sniper rifle. I went into a bunch of games with it, and I saw my KD kind of go all over the place with this thing because I was trying to get used to it. I've played with it before. I've had success here and there. But as always, man, how does this sniper rifle stack against, I guess, the meta of sniper rifles? You know what it is, man. You've seen them, your 1,000-yard stares, your longbow synthesis, your LDRs, man. How does Stillpiercer go head-to-head with these other sniper rifles? Well, let's talk about it, man. So what makes this sniper rifle just stand the hell out? Not a damn thing. Ain't nothing about this sniper rifle that just makes me go, oh my god, it's wonderful. But I will say there's a few things about it that make me say if I did not have my god roll longbow synthesis already, and then my godly 1,000-yard stare already, if I didn't have these weapons in my arsenal already, then maybe if the zombie apocalypse was coming and I had nothing else around me, not even nunchucks, I would probably pick up this sniper rifle. No, it's not that damn bad. I'm just saying that the pros are just not like just jumping at me, man. It's got a perk called Perfectionist. You'll see this guy right here. He actually lands it, man. If you land every headshot, you get refunded back your magazine. Now, you might say, wow, that's a great perk. I thought so too. Then I went in there and I was like, wow, getting 4 consecutive headshots in one game, in one sitting, man, that is a little, I am a shitty sniper. That's what this just tells me. This thing is telling me you're not a perfectionist, Aztecross. You are lacking in the sniper department. So therefore, no bullets for you. So that's kind of how I felt about it. Then I thought that was kind of a waste of a perk. Snapshot, which is, you know, a nice perk to have, I guess, on sniper rifle. It is a nice perk. And the last one giving me more radar, to more resolution, so I can see where, you know, everybody is. I guess that's an okay perk too. Not really the perk I want to have. I'm not going to be dead up in enemy territory with my radar, you know what I'm saying? If I'm in dead enemy territory, I got my primary out. I'm not one of those guys that's about to go in here and quickscope people. We about to man up with our primaries. So let's go ahead and talk about the cons, because that was the pros. Probably the most noticeable con about Stillpiercer though, fellas, is the zoom, man. I know, despite my sarcasm a second ago, it's just the zoom that I really just get turned off by. Dude, I love using short gaze, and that's just because that 4.9 zoom is nice. Having that field of vision at all times, and if you're an aggressive sniper, having that field of vision is very advantageous for you, especially with the most recent, or a couple months ago when they buffed up all the sniper rifles. They bumped up all the zooms on them. Now, you know, the 5.45 zoom is times zoom is where it's at now. That's what Stillpiercer is. So the transition of that is a little difficult. Now, the same token, if you always like to rock out, I guess, your bigger zoom scopes, I feel like the transition to Stillpiercer won't be a difficult one for you. I know there's people out there, man, that love to rock Eagle, Attack, and all those other sites, Hawkeye, and so I feel like that transition won't be anything for you. You'll enjoy it, and Stillpiercer will work for you. Now, the reason why I really wanted to give a second glance to Stillpiercer is that I see people that main hunters and main a hunter class, and they actually, you know, they'll send a message or they'll comment in a video and they ask me, hey man, what do you think about these perks? What do you think about this weapon and this sniper? And I'm like, you know, that's not a bad sniper, but since you main a hunter, have you tried out Stillpiercer? And that's kind of why I wanted to do this second glance, everybody. I wanted you, you know, if you don't have already a really good sniper, Stillpiercer is a damn good, you know, second option. And there's a lot of people that even rock it out, and that's not even a second option. They rock it out all the time. That's completely fine too. You know, the thing that kind of, like I said, turns people off is, you know, just like me, I didn't really necessarily like the zoom about it. Zoom wasn't really good for me. It wasn't good for, especially since I like short gaze so much. And you know, some of the perks on it I didn't feel were really utilized enough for me. You know, I couldn't land Perfectionist a bunch or at all, and I couldn't really take advantage of that. You know, the radar was pretty nice. Snapshot, of course, being probably the best perk on that gun. You know, and so combine that, of course, with with my blade class, quick draw, and all that stuff. It was all working good. It was very fluid in that aspect, and the weapon itself is pretty fluid. So that's kind of the reason why I kind of wanted to narrow in on it and give it a second glance, a second look for those guys that definitely don't already have a great sniper in front of them and want to give something a try. Now, I will say on the skill side of things, I feel like players that rock this out, that main Stillpiercer, and do a really good job with it, you know, I've got respect for you, man. I feel like it definitely takes a steady hand, someone that actually has an eye for sniping. Despite what people say about sniping skills here in Destiny, I feel like if you're rocking Still, you're doing a good job. You're a good sniper. It definitely requires someone with finesse, man. Despite all the aim assist values and everything else being thrown around here in Destiny, that's one thing about a Stillpiercer. I always have to know for sure that my reticle was on the head in order to grab those headshots. And so, you know, you'll be surprised, of course, if you do rock a god roll sniper. Some of the shots you land, man, it's pretty ridiculous, ain't it? So, anyways, fellas, that's just something I wanted to go ahead and point out. I wanted to kind of refresh on that, especially since some of the zoom values have changed, probably. Stillpiercer, I know they changed on all the other scopes, so I just kind of wanted to bring your attention to that, especially for the guys that don't already have a good sniper, and if you might actually main a hunter, I definitely want to point this sniper out for you and not for you to overlook it. Anyways, fellas, thanks so much for coming and watching. I'll catch all of you later. Slap that like button like your mama told you right.